Good morning, everybody. This is just an update. Um, as you can tell by the title, I was in the hospital for 3.5 weeks. I went from one hospital, I was there for a week. I went from that to another hospital, and I was there for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So I was in the hospital for 3.5 weeks because I got discharged from one hospital because I had an appointment that same day with my GI at Jefferson. And he basically told me to go down to the ER to get admitted because most of you guys know about my GI issues and me having a feeding tube. And well, the feeding tube is making me sick every time I use it. I still have to use it for meds, but I'm not using it for my tube feeds anymore because they put in a PIC line right here. So I just got off of it today for about an hour ago. So what I do is at night I prepare this big white bag and hook up like an IV line and hook up a pump, which I can show you the pump right here. This is the bag I use for for the for the bags of the TPN. It's called. Uh, it's basically nutrition through my IV, and this is the pump that I use. I don't use these. I don't use the numbers. I just use this stuff up here, and this one and this one are the ones I use the most. And the on off button. The no button I don't really use, and the up and down button I don't really use. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now because can't use my tube for feeds because I get sick and I only use it for meds. And like I said, that still makes me sick, but at least I'm not on it 24/7 where I'm sick every single day, every single hour, every single minute. Because I told the doctors, would you want to be sick every time you ate? And the one doctor says, no. And the ones at Jefferson were a lot more, like, had a lot better bedside manner than the ones at the hospital near me because they don't understand my condition very well. They understand I have a rare GI condition, but they don't understand much about it. So I got sent up to Jefferson to see my GI doctor that same day I got discharged. Didn't get to go home because my appointment was at like I think 8:30. So what we did is we went, got discharged at 6 o'clock in the morning, went up to Jefferson and got my doctor that sees me there, told me with everything that was going on to go to the ER to be admitted. So I went to the ER. It took them about 3-4 hours to actually say that I was going to get admitted because they had to talk to the GI resident and then they had to talk to Dr. Cohen. So when they finally said I was being admitted, it was only under observation, they said. Well, I was there for more than 48 hours in observation. So they basically transferred me from that hospital bed to another. And I was there for 3 weeks in that. 3 weeks and I think 2 days in that hospital bed. So actually, I was in Jefferson for 3 weeks and 4 days. So basically 3.5 weeks with the other hospital and this hospital. So what I'm saying is that's why I haven't been posting. And this is basically my life now. Um, I still have to do stuff through my tube. I have to do stuff through the PICC line right here, if you can see it. It's kind of in a weird spot, but here's where I put the feeds through, or the bag through, and then this they actually have to change either today or tomorrow the dressing. They have to change it every week, so they'll take this whole thing off. It's stitched in there, so it won't come out. But they'll take the whole thing off. They'll take this part off, and then they'll put a new one on. But as long as it's closed, as long as this part is closed, it's fine. If it opens, then I have to call my home health agency and tell them, okay, it needs to be redressed. And can somebody come out sometime that day to dress it? And most of the time, they will be very, very nice and come and say, okay, we'll do it. We'll have somebody there within a couple hours. When I had a PICC line before, in 2016, there was one that I had asked the week before about the PICC line dressing coming off because it was so hot. It was like, I think 93 degrees where we were at the time. And the tape, the stuff kept on coming off. So I asked the week before if they could redress it. They had no problem with it. They came and redressed it, and I was perfectly fine. The next week, the same thing happened. And the one nurse gave me an attitude and said, oh, well, I can't redress it. You're not due till Monday to be redressed. All I can do is tape it. Well, it was still falling off, and this part was coming off. And that's the part where you can get infections and stuff. So basically, I called Revolutionary back and told them that this woman came, said she couldn't redress it, that basically there's nothing she can do but tape it. And the nurse manager heard this and said, no, she could have redressed it. You have plenty of dressings at your house to redress it. And they give you dressings every week just in case this happens. So basically, she came over, redressed everything, and was perfectly fine. And I like her because she has the same name as me, Heather. So, yeah, just an update. I will hopefully eventually get back into doing my parlor beads. They're over at the side, but some of my medication is over there too. So I might do some of my drawing or crocheting or even sewing more than my beads. I have something coming from Amazon that I want to try, and maybe depending on if it works, I will try it on the computer online for you guys. But right now, this was just an update. Um, Sorry, I haven't been posting, but I couldn't really post in the hospital because there was a room where I had nobody in, but the nurses and the doctors kept on coming in and out because I also have the seizure issue and stuff. So they wanted to make sure that I was okay. So that's basically why I have not been posting. So I'm sorry, but hopefully I will post more in the next week or so. I may not post anything till maybe next week, but I promise I will get some posts out in the near future. So hang in there. I am sorry, but my health issues come first before my vlogging. So I will be back soon. Thank you all for your patience.